today I'm here with this attractive, tasty and healthy bread. As you see, this is so nice, fluffy, and the smells of it can make me crazy right now. So let's go and see how I make this beautiful bread. This sour bread, we need just 4 different ingredients and so simple. These are what we need. That's a 1 pack of yeast. This is the sourdough yeast, and it's like 35 grams in 1 pack. We need 2 teaspoons of salt. We need 3 cups flour and 1.5 warm water. And just we have to mix them. So I'm gonna start with the warm water. You add the warm water, 2 spoons of salt, 1 full pack of our sour yeast, and we're gonna add the flour. So we just have to mix them all together slowly. To make the bread, you have to be patient. You have to give love to the bread. And making the bread dough, it takes a little bit time. It's a lazy dough. We have to give a rest to it. But this is good. I like to make the breads. I mean, psychologically, when you make the bread, you know that the essence got the kind of a magical affection on your mood, on your body. The essence or the smell of the bread in the house give you a kind of a calmness, kindness, and this is good for you, for yourself, for the members of your family. So sometimes it's good to dirty your hands with the flour and make bread at home. So I'm just mixing them like this together. In this stage, you don't need to involve your hands. So this is enough, and you just have to give a rest to it. So I'm gonna transfer it into other bowl, and we're gonna give a rest to it. So we're gonna give the rest to this lazy dough for 20 minutes. If you're in a hurry, it's okay. Just you can warm your oven, and we make a kind of a cozy environment for this dough to rest, and so it works faster like that. So I am doing the same. I just warm my oven, and I'm gonna leave it there for 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm gonna cover it with a damp or wet towel or clothes. This is good. Give a moisture to it. So I'm gonna put it in the warm oven for 10 to 15 minutes. If you don't want to use your warm oven, then just leave it in a kind of a warm area with the room temperature, like 20 minutes. So our dough has been rested for 20 minutes. Now it's the time to get involved with your hands. So just need the water, clean hands, get the edges of dough like this. Bring the dough like this and fold it. Bring the dough like this up and fold it. So in different directions you have to do this. I did this 4 times in the 4 different directions. So now that's the time for another 20 minutes resting. So let's go for the next round. Well, that's the second round. finished. So our body just rested for another 20 minutes. So that's the third round. You have to fold it again as you did in the second round. Dip your fingers into the water. Get the dough like this and fold the dough like this. Do it in 4 directions. So again, I'm gonna take it up like this and fold it. I'm gonna take it up. You can feel the bubbles under your fingers when you are doing this after second round of resting, and this is a good sign actually. To cook the bread, you have to be patient, and that's the secret of making a very nice texture bread. So I folded this bread from all those 4 directions, and I'm gonna give this body a little bit more rest. The best result is for going like 4 rounds for this kind of folding, and even third one also is fine. But so I'm gonna go for the 4 different rounds, folding and resting. So I will back after the 4th round. So I just need the flour a bit. Now I'm gonna transfer the dough on the surface of my table. And I'm gonna give a shape to it like this. You can make this bread in any different shapes you like. It can be round or it can be long. Today I'm gonna make it a bit long one because I can use it to make some delicious and tasty sandwiches. Wow, that is so relaxing. It's like playing with the dough. So good. So just give it a shape as you want it. I'm going to give the last resting, and that's the real resting time for this dough to rise. So this is the important part, and so I'm going to put it in my towel, splash some flour on it. And then put your dough on it and give some rest to this lazy body. So we gotta see this dough after almost 1 hour. This is rested for another 1 hour right now. Now I'm gonna use one baking paper just to turn it around and put it in my pan. So as you see, It is so fluffy. Normally they use Dutch pan, Dutch oven to do this kind of bread. But I'm using this pan and it still is working. So if you don't have it, you can use any other pan you like, and just you have to make sure that you preheat it first. So before going and put it into the oven, I'm gonna give a little more rest to this dough, and after that I again come back. We may put a cut on it, and then I'm gonna preheat my pan and then put the dough in it and leave it into the oven. Well, now our pan is overheated. I'm gonna just transfer this dough inside this. And I'm gonna make a cut on it. You can use cutter, razor, or any sharp knives. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven, and I'm gonna give him like 20 minutes to completely baked. So after that, we're gonna see the result. Well, I baked this bread like 20 minutes. Of course, I put the lid on it. So first of all, the first 20 minutes, I covered it and I put it in the oven with 250 degrees. That's my oven is. Well, that's the maximum degree I have it with my electric oven. So I cooked it with 250 degrees with the lid on for 20 minutes first, and then I removed the lid and I cooked it and baked it with 15 minutes. And now the bread is ready. So we have to just transfer it into the rack and let it to be cold a bit before cutting it. So as you see, the bread is so beautifully done, but it's very hot right now. So I'm gonna leave it for a little bit to get a bit cold, so then I can cut it. Well, as you see, the bread is so fluffy, the crust is so crispy and very nice, and it was much more easier than the original recipe, which you have to wait almost 1 day to cook this sourdough bread. Of course, that original one tastes different maybe, or maybe better, but this also works if you are in a hurry to bake your sourdough bread at home. And it smells perfect. It smells like heaven. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned these easy tips for making this sourdough. Until my next video, see you later.